Hey, hi guys. Um, how you guys doing? Welcome to my channel once again. So today's gonna be a different video as opposed to what I normally do. Today we are going to talk about something that is a bit controversial, or maybe not controversial, depending on how you view this subject matter. I've got asked a lot of times what I think about AI in art and AI in design, and I haven't really said anything about that on this channel. And so I thought that today I'm going to speak about what I think about AI. And is this even capturing my audio? Oh yeah, it's capturing my audio. So I'm going to talk about what I think about AI and if I think it will replace our job as a designer or our job as a visual artist. However, it's a Saturday. I have a lot of things that I gotta do in the room or in the studio space, as it might be sometimes. So we're gonna do that together while I explain my thought process and while I explain what I think about AI and also how I use AI when I do use AI. Let's get to it. So, as a visual artist, what do I think about AI and how you can either affect, assist, or if you can take away your job? So let's start with affect, or if you can take away your job. I don't think AI can take away your job as a visual artist. I don't think AI can replace people who are creative in that space. And the reason is because AI is about the result as opposed to the process, which is one thing that art is very, very key on. As a visual artist, the process is more important than the outcome, and that's because that is when you're able to connect with your audience. That's when you're able to connect with your canvas. And people buy those stories; they don't just buy the end product. They buy the process. As a matter of fact, you would realize that if you post a lot about your process as an artist, you would get more views, more engagement, as opposed to when you just post the end result. People want to see you make art. People want to see how you went from your concept stage, into your sketchings and into your full paintings and stuff like that. People want to see how you started from your ideation, and how you were able to put up the piece together as one. People are interested in that. And so people want to see that as opposed to just see the end product. And for AI artists, if there is anything like that, I don't agree with the AI artists, but please, for people who use AI, you don't get that. You just kind of have what 2-3 steps, put in a prompt, it gives you results. Maybe you adjust the prompt a bit more, and there is no connection there. There is no human connection with such piece. So I don't think you should be worried if AI will take it as a visual artist. AI wouldn't do that. I don't think it has the soul to do that. Now, how did you then use it as a visual artist? Now, I personally don't use AI as a visual artist. That's because I kind of rely on the old school way of having my reference edited or manipulated with Photoshop. Or I don't even use Photoshop, to be honest. I use Procreate most of the time. So if you do not have Procreate or access to Photoshop, access to Procreate also, because they're both paid platforms. I think one thing you can do is you can use AI to get a photo and then use that to kind of stylize the photo to the way you want it to be. You can use AI to help you give you a visual representation of what your idea might look like once it's done. And then you can then now paint all those process, onto your canvas or whatever medium that you paint on. So I don't think AI can replace you as an artist. I don't think AI should work as a replacement tool, to be honest. I think AI should work as an assist. Something that kind of makes your work flow a bit more faster than it normally would be. Even though I still prefer to use Procreate because I have more control. I've used AI a couple of times, not for free visual art, by the way, but for graphic design and for other design works that I do. It ends up disappointing me, to be honest. At least half the time it ends up disappointing me. And so I don't really think it can take away your job. I just think it can help you, or it can assist you in making your job a bit more fast and maybe a bit more time saving. That's what I think. You can do AI and how AI can pretty much help you. I mean, I may be wrong. If there are other ways, you can use AI in the comment section. Please let me know so that I can correct myself and I can learn too. But pretty much how I think AI can help visual artists, and also my thoughts on if AI would ever take away your job as a visual artist. The answer for me is no. But on the design part, what do we think? But as a graphic designer, how can you use AI? And that is not so hard. But also, do you think AI will take away your job? Same question I asked for visual arts. I don't think AI will take away graphic designer's job, to be honest. I think that AI is still learning, and I think that AI is not there yet. I think that AI, reserve me. I think that AI still has a long way to go, and I say that because let me put this here. This should look way better. Yeah, fills up the space. I think AI still has a lot to learn, and the few times that I've used it for graphic design, it wasn't giving me the result that I wanted. It didn't fully understand. I don't know if it didn't understand what I needed, or if the prompt was too complex for it. And for reference, I used Sora, for two different design types, by the way, for video editing and for graphic design. So I wanted a flyer for a friend of mine because it was kind of fast. He needed it like ASAP, and I thought AI would be able to give me something that I can use ASAP. And so he gave me something to work with. He gave me a base design, but the guy said he wanted something changed. And I went back to Sora and I said, "Hi Sora, can you please change this?" And what Sora did was change the entire design. Yeah, it changed the entire design, and that is where I have a big problem with AI. AI has a problem able to incorporate corrections, so you want it to incorporate corrections. Oftentimes, it gives you something completely different, and that is not what I want. I want to be able to control my design how I want. I wish AI can be able to give you a design and then give you a raw file, a source file. That would be perfect. But what that means is I am now able to take that source file back to my computer and then edit that source file, to the way I'd like it to be. But because it cannot do that, it doesn't make sense because I still have to design stuff from scratch. So I don't see AI taking away graphic designer's job anytime soon, to be honest. No matter how, because what you see people show you AI work, so usually showing you AI work from a photography point of view, they're showing you nice images, concept art. But when it comes to actual designs that need human input and compositions, lighting, and all of those stuff, AI is still learning that. Maybe in the near future, it can be able to sort that out and be able to take away your jobs or our jobs. But I don't think that time is close. I think it's too far. And I think that, but I don't think again that because of that you shouldn't use AI. I think you should use AI to make it work faster. I think you can use AI to get concept, so you can ask AI to give you a concept for an idea of a poster, a flyer, or whatever. And then you take that design, go to your design software and do it from scratch. At least what it has done for you was it has helped you what's it called now? Pass through that first process of brainstorming, which you still kind of have to do anyway, because it was your idea, you're actually just bring to life, so it's what it looks like. But you get the point. The first idea of sketching and stuff like that, it has helped you gone through that. So what you have to now do is then do it yourself. I think that's how you can use AI. I use AI too. I'm not even gonna lie about that. But I don't use it for, again, visual art or graphic design. I use AI for script writing. This video currently most likely would be what's it called now? The description of this video most likely will be gotten from AI. I'll obviously go to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to give me a description for this video. And that's because I know how to talk. I like talking, but I don't like writing. I don't know how to write. I'm a good writer, So I tend to use AI for my script. I tend to use AI for my video descriptions. All of my video descriptions on YouTube pretty much are gotten from ChatGPT, Concept also sometimes from ChatGPT. Whenever I do a short film, I also talk with ChatGPT. That's where I use AI. That's where I think AI can serve me as a designer. But to do the job itself for me, I don't think I can do that. Maybe because I'm old school, or maybe I'm not using the right platforms. So if there's a platform you guys know out there that you think better do AI stuff, please let me know in the comment section so that I can learn also, and I can join the crowd, and join the winning team, I guess. I do think AI is the future, but I don't think that future is now. I don't think that future is next year, to be honest. I think that future is still very, very, very far. And this is coming from someone who has tried AI on so many different projects. I started from graphic design. I've tried AI on, what's it called now, video editing. I wanted AI to give me a video that I needed to use for a client's job, but it didn't. It was just doing this my interest. Yeah, it was making the card look weird. So I kind of had to get a video from video games. I know, yeah. I had to get creative and play video games and then do a screen recording and then cut, edit. I was able to control my camera, my exposure and lighting, all of those things from the video game as opposed to AI. And I was able to record as much as I wanted. AI would only give you 5 seconds, and you have to start, clipping and joining them together, which is, I think, again, it's still a good workflow. But I think, again, like I said, you can use AI to get your ideas and then put those ideas in your system and then design them. Add a human touch. It's very important to add a human touch. AI can't do certain things that humans can do. And so pretty much that's how I can use AI. That's how I use AI. That's how I think you should use AI. But like I said earlier, there's some other way you think AI can be used that I'm not aware of that can help the design job get faster. Please let me know in the comment section. I'm willing to learn and I'm willing to grow. But other than that, I kind of have to get back to this cleaning because I noticed that I'm not cleaning. I'm just talking to you guys. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Please like, share, subscribe. Working on a new short film. Hopefully that comes out very soon. And see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.